From Broadway to Great Day.
I have a feeling we're not in Kansas anymore.
We'll go down the yellow brick road that got us from The Wizard of Oz to Broadway's Wicked.
Popular, I'll help you be popular.
We'll also walk the catwalk for Fashion Week. Also joining us, funny man Adam Carolla, plus your best bets for fall fun this weekend. Great Day starts now. A lot of things going on this weekend. We're getting ready for Fashion Houston 2010. Designers and models are coming to the Bayou City to show off their trends in fashion and accessories. And we have some fashionistas right here in the studio audience. Let's take a look at ma'am right over here. Those shoes. Look at those. Look at those. Those are nice. Where'd you get those?
Those are from actually JCPenney.
Oh,
can you believe
look at that.
it?
Those are cute. See, it doesn't matter where you get it. You can have high style anywhere. Yeah. And there's a little style over here. Of course, the schoolgirl look is always in. That's a...
I got this from Payless.
Oh, did you? Okay, good. Well, let's walk on over here because we got some styling going on over here, sir. Hi there. Hold that microphone there. Look at that. You have kind of a earthy look.
Yeah, I like to be all natural.
Yeah, well you are. Okay. Although I think the gel holding your hair up is not natural at all. All right. To find out more about Fashion Houston 2010.
Fashion Friday is sponsored by Vitamin Water Zero.
All right, it takes a lot of work to get an idea from the sketch pad to the clothing rack. Reality shows like Project Runway and America's Next Top Model give us a glimpse into what it takes to create a clothing line for the marketplace. My first guests know all about those ups and those downs. Please welcome world-renowned designer Cesar Galindo, winner of Project Runway Season 2 and Houstonian Chloe Dow, and image coach and TV beauty expert Sarah Shah. Good morning. Sarah, I just ran into you the other day at a store working with a client. So one of the things you do is help people adapt to what's been on the runway and put it into their own life.
Right. What you see on the runway isn't always practical for every person. And so we get inspired by designers and then make them work for each person.
Yeah, and I'm going to ask you two to explain that, because on the catwalk we see somebody who's 7'2" and a size 0, and that's not normal. Right? But there's a reason for that of how clothes present themselves on a runway. So explain that to us.
Well, for me, I actually do clothes that is pretty much ready to wear off the runway into the store too, but when it's presentation runway, you do put it on the tall model. Because honestly, it just looks better. It's all about having that fantasy of that moment. So it's pure fantasy, which is runway fashion.
Yeah, and we don't necessarily always get the whole outfit, but it can be pieces of it. But it is a show.
Right. And I think people have actually complained about all the skinny girls on the runway, and they've actually tried to reverse that, and then they got a big backlash on the situation. They were like, well, we don't want to see that. We want to pretend something we're not. It's about a fantasy.
Yeah.
It's about getting away from the reality of what we live in every
Yeah,
day.
but you're so right. We'll say, we need chunkier girls. I want fluffy girls like me on the runway, and when we see them, we go, that doesn't look quite the same. So it's how we want to look, and then we'll go ahead and adapt
It's like
it
my
to our
new
own
word,
style.
we all want to be modelicious.
Modelicious, yes. Well, as Sarah Shaw has done for us many times, if you have the proper fit, it can be modelicious no matter what size you are.
Right.
All right. So, Cesar, you are from Houston, but you have dressed some of the world's most famous women.
I guess I have.
Well, no, come on now.
Well, I'm born and raised in Houston, Texas, and I've lived in New York for almost 20 years now. And I'm really grateful for the career that I've had. I've been really blessed to work with some incredible people. I just currently work with Gwen Stefani on her Lamb collection.
Yeah, see, he was being kind of like, you know.
I open it.
Major.
No, you're major.
Madonna, Missy Elliott, Courtney Cox, Mariah Carey.
Yes, I worked with all these wonderful people. I've been really blessed to work with incredible artists in my life.
Yeah.
So, and one of my favorite was Shaka Khan, and I did her world tour for her.
Shaka Khan, yeah. She's actually coming to town in January. All right, and Chloe, for you, Season 2 of Project Runway, what made you decide that you want to do that? I remember when you first opened your store, what made you decide you wanted to take off and try this?
You know what, I saw Season 1, and I'm like, these people can't be making clothes in 12 hours. It's impossible. I'm like, then my sister told me, you make clothes, 3 outfits in one day. I'm like, oh yeah, I can do this.
Yeah.
So I really wanted to challenge myself to see if I can do it. That was really the main purpose of it, and so to me, it was just kind of like a fun competition I wanted to enter.
Yeah, and how did winning do for you?
You know, a lot of amazing things. You know, I have my QVC line now for 3 years. I have my electronic accessory is at Stable right now too, Target.com and Kohl's, and I have luggages and backpack design also. So I do a lot of things. Then my wholesale line, then my bridal line.
And it just keeps going and going and going. All right, what we want to do is we wanted to take a look at some of your styles and then try to see how we can translate that into an everyday life for most women. And the other thing we need to explain too is oftentimes when you see some of those runway pieces, they're much more expensive. It's the materials that are used. It's the fact that you don't have a ton of them out there, mass protection. So all that affects the price.
Right.
All right. So Cesar, first let's take a look at one of your styles. Beautiful dress here. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. All right, explain what this is.
This is a little party cocktail dress. It's brocaded and metallic. It's a really simple halter, clean line. It's completely silk lined and finished. You know, it's a lot of the makes. It's all in the make of the product.
Right.
I believe when you go to a higher end market, you can see the finish inside out.
Right,
you know, that's a lot of the price points go into that factor. So the hem is completely hand done. I mean, it's just a beautiful halter dress. I like to compliment the woman's body as much as possible, and then camouflage whatever we don't want to show.
Yeah, I like that. Right around the hips, it gets a little fuller so you can eat.
Right.
All right. And Sarah, you're going to show us how you kind of put that into everyday life for other women as well. So let's take a look at that one. There you go. So the idea here is to borrow from a trend what you want, whether it's color or cut.
Right, so the idea is to be inspired. So maybe you're not ready to have Cesar Galindo in your closet, but you love his fashions. And really, some of the things that make his work so beautiful is the architectural elements and the clean lines. So we tried to repeat some of that in just an off-the-rack dress. And it doesn't have the detail, and it doesn't have the luxuriousness of maybe a designer original, but this is a way to add a little sparkle with some necklaces that you might have in your closet. And the thing that's cool about this dress is it does have that origami pleating, which is very architectural. Yeah. And it speaks a little bit to the skirt on his dress.
It's a lot of what I do. I do a lot of the origami pleating and detailing.
Thank you.
Great job.
All right, our next style from Cesar. Oh, this is gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous.
This is a red carpet dress, of course. You know, that's the whole idea behind the dress. It's a matte jersey. It's a matte jersey line. It's got a corset built into it. And when she drops that, she's not going to do it now, but when she drops that, it's a really long train. This is very theatrical for purposes. You know, when you go to a show, you want to have a wow factor in the show. And I think we want to be entertained also. So, of course, for the market, this would be cut off. Nobody wants to walk around with a dress in their hand.
Well, I love that. No, I love that. I'm thinking that, no, you just make it part of, let's see, let's just throw it right back over there. Right back over here. She's ready to go. There we go.
There you go.
That's pretty cool. I love that. Okay, now
you're Deborah Duncan.
Okay, Sarah, show us what you did.
So one of the things that makes Cesar's dress so amazing is the beautiful drapiness of it. And so we repeated that in the drapiness of this dress from Dillard's. And it's got a similar neckline and a similar color. And this hat is spectacular.
It is.
So one way that you can repeat that at home is to just take some awesome pin or hairpiece and just wear it
on a headband or something.
Yeah, just like you would a hat.
Thank you.
Gorgeous.
All right, up next, we want to take a look at a couple of Chloe's styles. And this is Chloe's dress, fun, flirty, cute.
This is part of my spring 2011 collection that's going to be at the Fashion Houston show. So this is really a combination of what I love to do, which is color blocking, print, mixing, fabrication also. This is all silk. So that's where the price comes in. And we make everything here in Houston, Texas.
Yeah, we love that.
So that's really great.
All right, and Sarah, your inspiration piece?
So this is definitely more inspiration than it is copy, right?
But the color palette is something that you brought, like combining those colors that are kind of unexpected together.
Right, the color palette, and we wanted to add a geometric element, and so what we did just as a whimsical thing is we tied a man's tie as a belt, and so it still gives you that horizontal and vertical element, and an unexpected piece, just like that ruffle is a little unexpected on the bottom of the dress. And it's asymmetrical like Chloe's.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, it's so clever. I think it's so clever you use the tie and color blocking it that
way. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, our next dress. We can get our next model to come on out here. There you go. Kind of a different take on, you know, because when you talk about having a collection, pieces that are related to each other.
Definitely, this collection is really called Me, I Plays, and I really was much more playful in this collection and bringing a little bit more sportswear. The color blocking is actually this geometric kind of bird print, and actually applicated on top of that. And I wanted to do this short, but do short that's actually a little bit more wearable, but bring in that print at the same time. So I love that bird print, which is actually a heart and the birds coming out of it, and it's really just creating a flow throughout the whole collection.
I can hear Heidi Klum right now saying, I would actually wear that.
So I guess I'm in with her for
Chloe,
this.
you are still in.
Thank you, congratulations. Thank you.
All right, let's take a look at, Sarah, how you did kind of just the inspiration from that.
So we really love the drapiness and the boat neck of the top, and then the
Pockets.
yeah, and the pockets on the shorts. So those were the pieces, the elements that we repeated in this look.
And again, the piece is, you don't necessarily, if you want to get the real deal, get it. If you want to get, sometimes there's knockoffs of the idea. But mostly it's just kind of the inspiration and the style. Borrow from each piece what it is that sings to you. All right, before we wrap up, just explain what this whole event is about, what it means to Houston.
Well, for me, it's a big thing because it's Fashion Week. You know, the first time ever we have a whole week of fashion designer from Houston, Texas, from New York, from around the world. And it really just showcases a city that it's not just about New York and LA anymore. It's really about Houston, too.
Yeah, it's never been just about New York and LA.
All right. One of the other things that's so great about this show is it's open to the public. And most other fashion runway shows are by invitation only. And the public can really come to this.
Well, Cesar, you have some stuff that's coming out on the runway for spring, too. So we're going to take a little look at some of the preview of some of the things you have. I love this little dress to the left. That one on the right's cute, too. I love that. That's absolutely gorgeous. And, excuse me, sir. Sir? Excuse me.
Yes.
Does anybody recognize who this is?
World too, is it not?
He's following the men and the females. It's Adam Carolla, everybody. Adam Carolla will be coming up in just a couple of minutes on our show. So get away from the ladies, Adam. Okay. If you think your fashion design should be on the runway, then enter the Fierce Fashion Challenge sponsored by Vitamin Water Zero. Submit your best fashion design pictures on GreatDayHouston.com. Just click the Fierce Fashion Challenge sponsored by Vitamin Water Zero button starting at 10 a.m. today, and you can send in pictures through October 22nd. The judges will choose a winner, and we'll see their designs right here on Great Day Houston. We'll see your designs right here on Great Day Houston. So send in those design pictures. Adam Carolla's next.